2018 Australian Open, because there is so much on the line. And look at all the people coming in here tonight. It is going to be a fabulous match. It is really going to come down to almost splitting hairs as you walk around the stadium and have a chat with people and ask which way are they going. Is it Wozniacki? Is it Halep? And whether it's John Newcombe or Martina Navratilova, everybody is split, and it is wonderful to see all the folk here. It has been a wonderful 2 weeks at the Australian Open, and this has been the pinnacle. This lady here on screen, wow, I wonder how many Australian Opens she's been to. She's 101, and what a fine Australian, because it was just Australia Day just yesterday, the 26th of January, and this man here, it's not Australia Day for him. He's hoping it's going to be Romania's day, and so is that young lady there, Simona Halep. What a career this young lady's had, and what a journey it has been for the Australian Open. She's had everything thrown at her, and she's still standing. If she was a boxer, she'd just be getting to the very last round. And well, it's just a pleasure to be here. My name's Louise Fleming, and I will take you through the journey, this match, the women's final for 2018, the Australian Open, the final punches. And joining me is Bojana Bebusic. Bojana,
good evening,
lock
Louise.
Your seat down.
Oh, absolutely. This match is so exciting. I think both very similar game styles. Both have faced match points down. They've come back. They've fought their way through to this final, and both looking to win their first Grand Slam singles title. What a moment it is for both players, and I can't wait to see how this match unfolds tonight.
Yeah, what a last few minutes would be, having spoken to their players. Darren just leaving Halep, Simona just over there to have a brief moment on her own. Caroline Wozniacki is just going through her own routines as we see Craig Tiley in front. And well, there's such a buzz outside around the stadium. Everybody is taking their position, whether it's Garden Square, whether it's out in the food hall, or whether it's listening to Tina Arena. Everybody is looking for a posse and a position to sit and watch what I think is going to be one of the most interesting women's finals, because so much is on the line. It's not about just being number one in the world, Bodge. It's not about being the best that you can be. They've both prepared as well, equally as well as they could have. It's about that the position and perhaps the moment of winning a Grand Slam for these two players, which it has eluded their whole careers. And so much has been said about how can you be a number one player in the world and not have won a Grand Slam. Well, the test is finally here, and for one of these ladies, they will go home the bridesmaid, which is very sad, isn't it? Because well, so professional, both of these ladies, the way they go about their tennis, and one is going to be seriously hurting at the end of this match.
We're looking at two of the best competitors and defensive players of the game, and they've both been in a Grand Slam final on two occasions. Simona Halep was in the final of Roland Garros in 2014 and 2017, and for Caroline Wozniacki, well, she made the final at the US Open in 2009 and 2014. So this is their third attempt to win a Grand Slam title for the first time. They've both been number one. If one of those, or when one of those players do win tonight, they will not only capture that beautiful trophy, but they'll also become world number one as well. So there's a lot on stake, and no doubt a few nerves as well.
Well, this is a long walk down here, the Champions Walk. So many great names we see along this walk, along the right-hand side. It's all the famous females that have gone before these two players. The last Australian was Chris O'Neill. We just saw her, and there's the great Martina Navratilova. and Chris Evert, Steffi Graf. So many amazing players have taken this journey in order to win this very event. And I just saw Caroline Wozniacki's father downstairs going up in the lift, and I said, can I just feel your pulse? I felt his heart, and it was absolutely pounding. And all for this, an opportunity to walk out onto Rod Laver Arena for the 2018 Australian Open Women's Final.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the 2018 Australian Open Women's Singles Final. Please welcome onto Rod Laver Arena from Denmark, Caroline Wozniacki. And her opponent from Romania, Simona Halep.
Well, what an entry for the #1 player in the world. So Simona Halep, she has almost bled on the court here, Rod Laver Arena. She has given absolutely everything in this Australian Open. It was almost nearly over, and I had a moment actually just to see Destiny Aiva downstairs, and she could have been the culprit to break this young lady's run and stop her chances of the Australian Open, because it was that match that Simona Halep fell over and hurt her ankle and did some damages to the ligaments. And then, of course, she played just some epic matches. Also has Caroline Wozniacki. She's had her moments on court. Both of these ladies have faced match points down and are just living on a second chance to be here with the opportunity to play in the Open
This is Lucy.
Final.
She's going to help us with the coin toss today. So ladies, 60 seconds still after the warm-up to start the match. If you want to challenge, please do it quickly. Returns are allowed, but then you have to stop immediately.
What do you say, Mia?
You have to stop immediately if you want to challenge after the return. Any questions? Okay, Lucy, choose a heads. Who are you going to ask for the choice?
I'll take heads, please.
Heads. And heads it is.
Sir?
Serve. Can I ask you for a photo facing that way, please? Thank you.
Well, we've seen so many young hotshot youngsters taking the court over the last 2 weeks. In fact, the whole Australian summer, but, well, she was the luckiest of all. And it was Caroline Wozniacki who won the toss and has elected to serve. And just the final preparation. This is the final 5 minutes that they get to just zone in, dial in, and hope that